I am super excited today. You need to be excited too, because I think the reckoning day is here. You know this guy, right? Papa John himself, John Schnatter. He has not had the greatest run in a little while, and he's on a rehabilitation tour. He did an interview on OAN. I'm going to play this for you in just a second. It's a little bananas, but I need your help to decipher what's going on here, because maybe he's getting a bad rap for what was said in this interview. If you don't know the story, there was some sort of branding team on a call with Papa John's about a rebranding. And they say, allegedly, that Papa John said the N-word on the call. He says, I was referring to Colonel Sanders and some things that he had said in his past. Doesn't matter. The board seemed to be against Papa John, and they bounced his ass out of the company, leaving him sweating on the beach without a gig. But here's what he said in this interview today before I give you the full context.
It's just unbelievable. And I used to lay in bed just going, how did they do this? And we've had 3 goals for the last 20 months to get rid of this N-word in my vocabulary and dictionary and everything else because it's just not true. Figure out how they did this and get on with my life.
All right, there you go. To get rid of this N-word from my vocabulary and dictionary and everything else, then he says, because it's just not true. Is just like a slip of the tongue, or has he spent the last 20 months like he's got a V-chip in his head, and every time he thinks of the N-word, they zap the hell out of Papa John? I mean, I don't know what's going on with this guy, but that's the way it's being pitched. Here you see Papa John's ex-CEO says he's been working for the last 20 months to get rid of this N-word in my vocabulary. Over at The Wrap, a very influential industry magazine in Hollywood, Papa John's founder, I've spent the last 20 months trying to get rid of this N-word in my vocabulary. To the full context in just a moment. John Schnatter, founder and former chairman of Papa John's, said Monday he's been working on eradicating the N-word from his vocabulary for 20 months. We've had 3 goals for the last 20 months: to get rid of this N-word in my vocabulary and dictionary and everything else because it's just not true. He said he was in a state of shock when he was ousted from his role at the pizza chain after being accused of using the racial slur in 2018. Over here to Uproxx, pitching it the same way. Papa John Schnatter says he spent the past 20 months trying to learn how not to say the N-word, which seems ridiculous. But is this what he's actually saying? Let's hear the full clip here that's making the rounds and see if there's any other context to it.
Take me back to a few years ago when you start to see these headlines coming out and smearing your good name. How did you feel at the time when you were seeing these headlines?
State of shock.
All right.
Unbelievable. I couldn't understand it. I mean, again, you have a public board that paints its chairman complicit, passive, or active. They paint the founder as a racist. They know he's not a racist. It's just unbelievable. And I used to lay in bed just going, how did they do this? And we've had 3 goals for the last 20 months to get rid of this N-word in my vocabulary and dictionary and everything else because it's just not true. Figure out how they did this and get on with my life. If Papa John's,
I know he goes on to say he wants Papa John's just to apologize for what they've done. They're not going to apologize. They, as they see it, have won this whole thing. And Papa John is the one, John Schnatter, who has lost this whole thing. So is he literally saying what the media is suggesting, that he's been working for the last 20 months to get the N-word out of his vocabulary? Or was it just some sort of slip of the tongue? All I know is that this might be the reckoning. We're in the midst of the reckoning. And if you don't know what I'm talking about or why I keep saying that, let me bring you back to the time he was sweating his ass off, pounded 40 pizzas in 30 days. When's the last time you put up those kind of numbers?
I've had over 40 pizzas in the last 30 days. Living currently in Mark Shapiro should be in jail. He has no pizza experience. He's never been in the pizza category. I would just say, stay tuned. The day of reckoning will come.
Day of reckoning.
The record will be straight.
Why not set the record straight now? I mean, what is it about the record that's not straight?
Stay tuned.
Ooh, is this it? Is this the reckoning? Or did he just say something weird during an interview? Give me your thoughts. Do you think the media is spinning this into something that Papa John didn't actually mean? That he really didn't mean to say he spent the last 20 months trying to zap the N-word out of his brain so he can stop saying it all the time? Or Do you think that that really is what he meant to say or what he did say in this interview? And John Schnatter has been working on this for a while. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know. You always do, and I love you for it. And right now, hey, if you're just stumbling along this video, perfect time for you to hit follow on the Facebook page over at facebook.com/thenewsjunkie or subscribe on YouTube. Appreciate you watching, appreciate you hanging out today, and we'll be back tomorrow with another video. Thanks so much, and we'll see you soon.